Hey guys, so I'm here with a sort of different kind of video today. We're going to be talking about art theft, character theft, reposting, and IP, intellectual property in general. So first of all, what is intellectual property? Intellectual property refers to the ownership of an idea or design by the person who came up with it. It is a term used in property law. It gives a person certain exclusive rights to a distinct type of creative design, meaning that nobody else can copy or reuse that creation without the owner's permission. So, with that in mind, that's what this video is going to be about today. So, reposted art in general, art, everyone has copyright over their own art the second you make it. That's how intellectual property works. And just as a general thing, reposted art is rampant on the internet. Pinterest, Amino, Instagram, it's all over there. Pinterest and Amino especially. So when you repost art, there are certain consequences to it. Reposting art over and over again, especially without credit, eventually the artwork can basically lose the source. Say one person reposts it without credit, someone else grabs it from that person and reposts it again without credit, and on and on and on down the chain. Eventually, no one knows who the original creator is. And this is a big problem, and it can actually cause the original creator to lose their copyright over things because it makes it so hard to prove that they were the one who initially created it. So that's just a little forward to all this. Don't repost art that doesn't belong to you or that you don't have permission to post. Always credit, that sort of thing. So another thing we're going to talk about is character theft. So people own their original characters that they made. I've had this problem for a really, really long time. Pretty much ever since I started my YouTube career, I've had people stealing my characters, claiming that they're theirs, using them for role play, and all sorts of things like that, which I do not approve of. There's a big difference between using a character like from an anime or something, like say Naruto, to RP, rather than using someone's original character. Like the character of Naruto is protected under all sorts of rights and licenses and is basically the ownership of a big company, conglomerate, whatever. Someone's OC, it's literally what it is. It's someone's original character. A lot of times they don't have big teams around them protecting them, so they have to do things themselves, and it's very difficult. So think of the example of using, like a stock photo or a photo of a professional model from like a magazine shoot or something, versus using someone's selfie from their Facebook or someone's family photo. There's a big difference there. Like, it'd be kind of a awful thing to do to use someone's personal photos, artwork, whatever, for your own purposes without permission. Whereas other things, it's kind of obvious, I guess, that you do not own that, such as, anime characters, whatever. It's easily identifiable as not being yours. So it's a really big problem that I deal with a lot. Having my character reposted, my art reposted, even my videos reposted sometimes. And copyright claims, DMCA takedowns don't always work. It really sometimes is up to whoever is looking at your claim. So I just have a little example here of something that literally happened like 2 days ago, of just, the amount of effort it takes for someone like me, a individual creator, to get someone to stop using my stuff, pretty much, when they don't have permission to. So basically there was this Instagram account. I'm not going to put their name or anything on here, but they had posted 2 images of Lucy. And their account was just kind of strange in general, gave me a weird vibe. They had in their story something like a scheduled, hangout with Lucy, which was really weird. I have screenshots of that. And in the description, they have characters in real life, which I don't know what that means, but it doesn't rub me the right way. It feels a lot like role-playing, which I don't want people to do with my characters. So they had posted 2 pictures of Lucy. I don't believe they tagged me, or either that or they like tagged me wrong in it. So I had commented on them, like, please do not use my characters, in which comments were deleted. So then I went and filed a takedown, which it got both of the artworks taken down. And, so after the artworks got taken down, the account immediately privatized. So obviously, they knew what they did. And not to mention, there was also other YouTubers' works reposted on that account. So through all this, I basically had to make a story, because there were like 2 accounts that were associated with this account. I made a story basically saying that they are not associated with me in any way. I had not given them permission to use my characters or post myself, so just for other people to be wary of them, because some people had been messaging me about them, asking if I knew them and stuff like that, so I posted a story saying no. So eventually they messaged me, and it was kind of really strange because I think they deleted their initial messages, but I have the messages right here saved in screenshots, and I am going to have my helper here help me read them out.
Hey.
So, just as a note with all this, we are going to read them verbatim, and I will put the screenshots on the screen so you can see. They are very hard to understand.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that don't make sense and made it really hard to understand what they were trying to say. But we got the gist, and the gist was, no.
Mm-hmm. They also have a few messages that they later deleted, but I have the screenshots from before they deleted them, so I'll put those on screen as well, where they deleted messages. So I'm going to start with my message right here, and again, we'll be reading word for word. So, I have been informed that the posts of my characters have still not been removed. I've been over this so many times, and I know you are aware that I don't allow the use of my OCs. Fan art is fine, cosplay is fine, but there are boundaries. The content of your account and the purpose seems very sketchy and makes me uncomfortable. I already filed 2 copyright takedowns, and you immediately made your account private, so obviously you're aware that you're in the wrong. My story will go away on its own, but I suggest you remove the posts containing my OCs, and please refrain from interacting with my content in the future. I would also suggest you take down any art or characters that you do not own or have express permission to use.
Miss Pompadorkery, can't you see some of the kids did that only for you? That's why I made the account. Like I said, you make characters, I make people into characters. But we respect other people's decisions here. I know you're attacked 2 of them down. That's because there are a girl artwork. Others have been drawn like the others were. But also, your followers also have been content in this. But also, I told all of my people to don't fight back, because we're going to make things worse. Like, you're so intelligent of that you're already trying to make a fight, because we've been deleting comments and occluding Messenger. We already posted all the characters' stories into a misunderstanding.
I really can't understand what you're trying to say, but I want to make one thing very clear. You may have misunderstood me, but I never allowed the use of my characters in the way that you are using them. You and the blank account are pretending to be my character, which you are not. This has been going on for a long time, and it has tricked many of my followers into thinking that you are associated with me and my content, which you are not. I have spoken with blank account before and told them that I was uncomfortable with what they were doing, and yet they continue to roleplay as my character and act as though art of my character was made for them. There is no misunderstanding. I asked you to stop using my character, and you chose to continue.
Mr. Pompadorkery, I understand, but I didn't give them permission for roleplan. Is that what was offensive? then I will tell them to stop. But the children in the group account who I have to made fan art for you won't allow to delete is OnlyFans on, not the actual aunt. Now we going to make peace out of this. Now let's degree. I won't open at work, and also I will tell them to not roleplay one character, and you put the story down and say it was all misunderstanding. We both apologized to each other, and we won't block each other. And we won't cause a scene for the public. Andrew, tell everybody it was all just a big joke. And then we make peace at last. Now does that sounds more better?
Dude, no. You need to own up to your actions and take responsibility. I'm not going to pretend this was all a joke or misunderstanding when it's not. No one is misunderstanding except for you. You're just trying to get out of this without getting into trouble. We are not friends. We are not even on good terms. You have and continue to knowingly disrespect me and my wishes. My characters are my intellectual property. Whether it is fan art or not, I own the character, and I am the only one who can consent to whether it is allowed to be used or not. That is not up to the people who made the fan art to give someone else permission to use my character, but with their art. I still own the character and the copyright over it. I do not want my characters on your account, fan art or not. You are only making this worse.
Your characters is character. Listen, we all have a long day, and pretty much I know we're not going to stop this. Yeah, I'm telling you, where are not the people who your contact before? But I'm telling you also this, we want to make peace. I made this account so people can always put their fan art or other artwork in here, Miss Pompadorkery. I do see you are angry, and you do see I'm very in Mexico. Pretty much, we need to pick a choice here. The last sentence was meant to say is, we need to make a choice here.
So, at this point, as a side note, I just saw the word Mexico, and was like, oh, maybe they speak Spanish, and maybe that's why their English is so strange. So, Matt here speaks Spanish, so I asked him to take over for a second, just to, see if that would help. So I pretty much said, I really don't understand, so I'm passing the phone to my friend.
And then here they kind of just said, really? I thought I spoke clearly enough. And then I start asking them, well, I tell them in Spanish that I got handed the phone, because, they don't understand what you're saying. And they just wrote, I don't have broken English, okay? And I keep saying, I just read the other messages, and I don't understand very well what you're trying to say. They wrote, ooh, okay, so now you can understand what I'm trying to say here. And I'm like, well, we can keep talking in Spanish, or the conversation is gonna end. And they said, yes, in English and in Spanish. And then they said, hold on, I also have a translator machine. Just give me a moment so we could continue our adult conversation. And at that point, I figured they probably don't speak Spanish. But they also don't speak very good English either. So, English is all we got.
So, I asked, is English your first language? Because I'm having a hard time understanding what you're trying to say. And then they didn't get back to me for a really long time. So I sent another message. Listen, take down the post with my character. I am not associated with you. I do not want my character on your account, fan art or not. You are disrespecting my wishes and trying to make me lie to my followers, which I will not do. This was not all a joke or misunderstanding. You are purposefully using my character without my permission. There is no misunderstanding there. This is only getting blown out of proportion because you refuse to listen. All you need to do is remove the posts and not use my characters in the future. That's it. Then it's done.
Miss Pompadorkery, please excuse myself for being rude to leave you that long hand. What do you think? I know this is not a joke, but then again, me and my characters don't want no trouble. We understand completely, and I won't use your character. But can you please just tell everybody we're all and paste now we're done here and we are in peace now? and I will tell my other character to not roleplay, the just costume play, and also instead of just putting the fan art for posting, can win these just posted in the story instead. Mr. Pompadorkery, I'm Mr. OCS, and I here to claim brain peace. And also, can we at least just post in something in the story to tell everybody we're all in peace and we're all done here? Miss Pompadorkery, are we in peace? Miss Pompadorkery, so sorry to disturb you, but can at least one of my kids, can you please dress up as Lucy and Halloween just onces, and that's only.
So then they go and post a story, which I'll have a screenshot up on the screen, that basically says, they posted the story, that basically says, we have made peace, like, of our two accounts, which was not true at all. So I, sent them a screenshot of the story that they posted, and I said, I do not appreciate this. This is not settled. Stop pretending like it is. You still have not deleted the post with my characters. We are not at peace. You haven't done a single thing to respect my wishes.
Miss Pompadorkery, we are in peace, and I promise you those of will be deleted, but I have a quick question. So you don't upset fan art big, do you still accept cosplay?
At this point, not from anyone associated with your group. I do not want to approve cosplay by someone who has disrespected me.
Miss Pompadorkery, we're not trying to offend you or make you feel bad.
Too late, pal. The constant and blatant disrespect up to this point has shown your character.
Miss Pompadorkery, I know how you felt people using your character one by one without permission. Don't think you're the only one who has this type of minor. What I'm only asking is only cosplay once time, and that's all. Well, before you trying to do what you did to do to us, we also contact with other artists, and we also got their permission from cosplay. So pretty much this account was only made for everybody, Mrs. Pompadorkery. Let's forget about the past. We are just make peace. You and me, we know we are old as the earth itself, so why we can't let the young generation takes its place? Trust me, I don't know when my time will come, and you can't be sure what time it's coming. Then who's going to take your place? Then I can't beat who's taking my place, but whoever it is should be responsible. So this just best to start over. So, Mrs. Pompadorkery, what do you say? So we start all over?
Dude, no, you are not getting out of this. I don't even know what the F you are talking about at this point. You haven't deleted the post. This is not over. I do not want you touching my content or my characters. I want you in no way associated with them. This is getting ridiculous. If you would have just taken down the post when I asked the first time, it wouldn't have come to this. And now you lie and say that we are at peace in your story? No, we are not friends. I have no need to start over with you. I do not want to be your friend. Just effing stop. Delete the post. I'm going to call you out for lying in your story if this continues.
Miss Pompadorkery, was cursing really necessary? Stop letting your anger and all that hate affront of you. It's bad for your own health. Maybe. I'm not a doctor. I'm just coming down peaceful. And I'm not a liar, not if you do your part. By telling people we're all in peace here. Why can't you open your eyes? We're not going to be living forever. And life is short. And I'm not saying it just so we can be friends. I'm saying it so everything goes back where it was.
We are not at peace. You haven't deleted the post. Nothing has been settled. I have no part to do. I haven't done anything wrong. You are the one stealing and using my character.
We go again your temper. You do have a part telling everybody we're all in peace here, Aduro. You started with your little army. Miss Pompadorkery, we have a part on this. If I delete those photos, then you would post your story saying we're all in peace.
I have no obligation to post anything. You are the one at fault. You are not forgiven. We are not at peace.
Miss Pompadorkery, now you're just making all of us to be all guilty here. Why we're not going to peace? How hard is it to make sure you let things go? You keep having your temper on you.
How hard is it for you to delete a post?
How hard is it for you just to tell people we are in peace, to make sure before we make things worse around here, while you're there, let your temper go?
How many times do I need to say that we are not at peace? I am not going to lie to my followers. This could have ended hours ago if you simply remove the post. You are just being stubborn and disrespectful.
Will, Miss Pompadorkery, I don't have time to play games around here. I want to be a simple grown adult with your ore.
Dude, just stop using my character. Just delete it. Oh my god, how hard is it? Just delete the post. I am not playing games. All I am asking is that you delete the post. You are the one acting like a stubborn child and not deleting something that does not belong to you.
Miss Pompadorkery, why are you being so difficult and operated? You just letting to tempt and let it go more. How many times does people try to steal your artwork? Name me the years.
I am not letting it go. I own the character. I have had Lucy as an OC for over 2 years, and I have been dealing with theft for nearly the entirety of those 2 years. You are not helping and are making things worse for everyone. Just stop.
So about your story, it's a lie. You said you weren't lying about your followers, but you are just lying about them. How hard is it just to make peace in the simple matter way? And I am not, are you in here? I'm using with mic on deep voice.
I am not lying. We have not made peace.
I know I'm not a therapist or doctor, but for how long you are going to keep getting all that anger?
How long are you going to keep that post up? Just delete it, and it is done.
Long may we peace, and don't just say we just did it, make peaceful even so difficult. Just delete it and it's done, and that's my part. Either your part is saying we're done and we're made peace to all of them.
I am not obligated to post anything. You never had permission in the first place. I do not need to apologize for something that was never my fault.
So about your story, is it still going?
Just delete the post.
And also, Miss Pompadorkery, if I delete the part where I should do, you should do your part as well. Couldn't be much more easier to easily contact us in the first place, because at the first time, how would I even know you were a good person or bad person? How hard is it to do one little simple until I see your part, then I would do my part. If not, then we just going to make the whole entire thing worse.
Last warning, dude. If you do not delete the post, the entirety of this conversation is going on YouTube.
Miss Pompadorkery, I hope you know I'm also recording all of this text to make sure I go to have proof of my own self. If I just delete them right now, can you just please do your part? And that would be only all. And I'm going to delete them right now. I just need to make sure you're also doing your part as well.
So at this point, they did delete the post. And then I blocked them immediately because I am so sick of dealing with this. And the second after I blocked them, they just put the post right back up.
And we have a picture of them.
Yeah, we do have a post. And then after that, they proceeded to delete everything else on their account except the post of my character. They also sent, I think they somehow sent messages after they had been blocked it's really weird because they showed up at like the beginning of the conversation, but are obviously referencing things that happened later in the conversation, which is really strange.
So after, being blocked and reposting the freaking fan art they sent, you should at least be happy you have fans, not like blocking them, not like ruin them. The person who dated, mittered, became selfish, and also angry. Yes, you may call yourself old as dirt. That's because you keep using your anger. The better than you, like I said, we're not here to fight, and we're not here to make war. You make characters, I get that. I make people into characters. That's a whole lot different. Like I said, you may be older. There's one thing I have met have more intelligence than you think. Also, I dare you to post this in your story. And before you block me like you did the others, I hope you're proud what you doing. Also, your followers are not following me, and also the other characters, and texting us. We're telling them what we really stand for. There's more people than one account here. We're all family. I accepted people who were nothing and make them into something. That's what I'm proud of now. If you have a problem with one of them, you got to deal with me. It's not clear, Miss Pompadorkery. Now, before I leave you here, we're not stealing none of your characters here.
So they posted all that. People had left comments on their posts that they left up because they like screenshotted their stories or something and made them into posts. And I can post a picture of all the screenshotted comments from those. But then they went and deleted all of the comments on those posts. And
mostly because the comments were just saying, this wouldn't be an issue if you wouldn't repost your own art. Dude, seriously, just delete this and the problem will be over. AKA very reasonable things.
I think someone put a clown emoji.
Of course someone put a clown emoji.
But
it's 2019.
One of the things that they had deleted from our conversation was them admitting to deleting comments. So I have that saved.
Oh, right. Yes. So after they deleted everything off of the account except for the Lucy repost, they also posted a picture of a story that they had made that said, Pompadorkery followers, we just made peace, or she's been more difficult with her temper. If y'all don't believe me, I will show you proof and show you who's the real liar if she doesn't says we made peace because we just did. AKA their story was a whole blatant lie, and they said that they had proof that you were the one lying, so people would comment writing, where's the proof? Show us the proof. Send me the proof. And basically, they would ignore all those, and then when people would be like, just delete the post and this is over, they would just respond with, not until she makes peace, or whatever.
I also have posts, messages from other people that, they had messaged this person trying to talk some reason into them. Note, I did not tell them to message this person at all. They did it of their own accord, and luckily they were all very civil about it. But this person just continued to be very not understandable, which all these people noted as well, and claimed that my temper was the reason that, the story with my characters had changed, and that it is the reason that I am no longer working with the person I used to work with. They basically made a bunch of assumptions that basically implied that I somehow ruined the old ships and the old story because of my temper, when literally they do not even know the entire story, and it has nothing to do with that.
They also followed up with another, they added another picture of a story that they wrote, where they blatantly misgender you, as if they weren't misgendering you the whole time, but they wrote, now everybody, you can mess with me, but leave the kids alone. They have nothing to do with this. ace between me and that angry female. And I was like, oh, yikes. Gross.
Yeah, they also, this is a post from, someone who messaged me telling me their conversation with this person. The person basically said, I took her character off. You see, she told me if I took her character off, she would tell all of y'all guys we are in peace. Until that, she tricked me, she lied to me, and now she blocked me. So that's what they're telling other people. And whenever these people have asked for proof, they get left unread.
Oh, God, my favorite one. So, well, something that you were doing is that people were sending you screenshots of their stories.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, here it was the one where it's like, if you don't believe me, I will show you proof and show you who's the real liar. And you responded to that, a picture of that someone had sent you, and you wrote, OMFG, I cannot believe, literally, we did not make peace. I had to argue with this person for over 4 hours to delete one post, and now they call me a liar? Stay tuned, folks. We're making a YouTube video over this one. And they captioned it, at Pompadorkery. I swear if she ever puts me up in YouTube, she will suffer the consequences. And I can't wait for those consequences, y'all.
I have no idea what that means.
But it's gonna be very funny.
Yeah, all this was over a single post. And the problem was, I did try to report this post to Instagram. The problem is, Instagram is suck when it comes to reposting things. If it's straight up your artwork, it's very easy. You just post a takedown. But they were using fan art, which makes it very difficult for me to basically, get it taken down, even though it is my character. There's a lot of weird stuff that goes into it, even though Instagram does have a feature for reporting, like, someone stealing intellectual property and that property being a character you created. For whatever reason, the representative or whatever that got in contact with me was like, LOL, no. And not even basically listening to what I had to say. It's very difficult to report character theft on something like Instagram, but reporting art theft, easy. They, got around that by using fan art. But yeah, literally this was all over a single post that they could have just deleted and none of this would have happened. But it basically just goes to show the effort that this takes. Like, this took over 4 hours to get the post removed, and they're still, going off.
Like, they're still stirring shit.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, if you go on their account, which we're not linking, but if you find it, there's only one post on it now. They've deleted everything else, and there's only one post. It's got 3 images. It's screenshots of a story, and it says, now, if you could see, I don't have none of her photos here, but she also going to do her promise as well, just to make sure I ended it. Also, why are you even following us after y'all just going to argue with us? That doesn't make no sense. And also, instead of picking sides, why won't you listen to both before you guys say anything? We will be back set for now. We're making it peaceful. And don't interfere if you don't know both of our stories. Alone. And also, when I mean children, I mean my followers, who are also characters, have no right of this. It was all me. Don't always get fooled. You may be following her for years, but do you even know how she really is in person? So don't answer me and see yourself twice. End of story. And that post, when I first saw it, had 7 comments that got deleted. Then throughout the day, it got more comments until it had 11 comments. All of those comments got deleted, and now we have a screenshot of the most current comments available, which is someone saying, you censor comments? And someone that replied, they just deleted the comments. There was a crap ton of people saying, just don't post an artist's artwork without their permission. Which basically sums up all the comments that were there that day. That's pretty much all they were saying.
Yeah, this all could have been avoided if they clicked, a single button just to not use my character. It got blown way out of proportion because of their actions.
Sound familiar?
But they also for some reason implied a lot in like DMs with other people and the DMs with me that for some reason they think I'm like very old and going to die from being angry.
Not only are you going to die soon, but because you're going to die soon, they deserve to have your character.
That's the implications that we got from it.
Oh, what about those other conversations? There were several people that they messaged about this situation, where they were basically saying that you were going to end up killing yourself because you're so angry.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're not going to divulge, like, mental illness information here, but what an assumption to make, pal. What a place to put yourself in. What a hole to dig.
Yeah, so basically I'm no longer interacting with this account. If they post things again, who knows? I'll see what I'll do. But just as an afterword with all this, because this video is getting very, very long because that took forever to read, just don't repost artwork that isn't yours unless you have, like, express permission from the original artist to repost it. Google is not a source. Pinterest is not a source. Amino is not a source. Always credit the original creator and make sure you're getting the right person and tagging them correctly if you are given permission or they allow reposting.
Might I
Yeah.
add a thought? Don't roleplay other people's OCs. Don't do that. Y'all understand that OCs are, like, made based off of ourselves, right? It's like you're asking, hey, can I be you? Hey, I know you're you, but can I be you?
Why are you me? I'm me.
Yeah. It's weird. It's fucking weird. It's just weird. Don't do that shit.
Yeah, characters are very deeply personal, so just don't use someone else's characters unless they give you permission, I guess. And I know a lot of people don't have ill intentions with things and they just don't know, but just try to inform yourself. Make sure you read up on an artist's, restrictions and whatnot before you go ahead and try anything. Most artists are super happy to receive, like, fan art and cosplay and stuff like that, but always make sure, read people's bios, read people's descriptions, and if you're really not sure, just send them a DM. So, for me personally, fan art is always okay, cosplay is fine, but what these people were doing was just stepping over the line, stepping over boundaries, which isn't okay. But that's pretty much most of what I have to say on the matter. Feel free to leave comments with your opinions, whatever.
If you could decipher any of what was said, that'd be sick. We have our own interpretations of what they were trying to say, but I don't know, maybe you guys understood something that we didn't get. A lot of it just seemed like, hey, can I have this? You said no, and they were like, well then, at least pretend it was a joke. And you said no. And then they were like, wow, guess you'll die. And then you blocked them.
Pretty much. So yeah, that's all I have to really say on this. I hope you guys enjoyed the speed paint that was going on in the background. That'll be posted on all my social media. All my social media, as always, is in the description. Your social media will also be in the description.
Oh, also, this is Matt. I never said that. This is Matt.
So yeah, thanks for watching or listening, whatever you did. And that's it. See you guys next video.